What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
More than one, less than 10.
And how did you get rich, man? Like, what did you do to afford this place? How did you get rich?
Oh man, a lot of work. I started an internet advertising company. You ever hear of Blackstone?
Blackstone?
Yeah. They bought my company in 2016.
You're a part of the top 1%. I'm going to challenge you right now. Where do the richest people in the world put their money?
If you have real estate, you can never really go broke.
This is the father, this is the son.
That's right.
Let's say me and you were to pass away tomorrow, and there's one lesson that you would instill in him to take with him for the rest of his life. What would that be?
Commitment, repeating, and don't give up.
Number 1.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I have a question for you. How did you get rich, sir? Sir, I grew a channel to 20 million followers in the United States. I asked people for advice to help the younger generation.
Yeah.
Do you have one piece of advice for the younger generation to help them be successful in today's world?
Am I being filmed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My one piece of advice is this. You don't get rich by working for someone else. You don't get rich by being paid a salary. You don't get rich by starting your own business. You slave your guts out night and day meeting cash flow crises. You get rich by selling your business. So my advice to someone who wants to get rich, start a business. Build it up for a couple of years and then sell it.
What type of company did you sell? Real quick, sir. So I've interviewed John Caldwell. I've interviewed, let me show you my channel. I've done stuff with like Tom Cruise.
Are you happy with what I said?
It was a great answer, but sir, I promise you, it's not enough for a clip. You mentioned selling a business. What's the number one thing that entrepreneurs get wrong about the exit?
First of all, when you start a business, you should work out at the very beginning who's going to buy it in 4 years' time.
How do you identify the buyers?
Because you're in a business, you're starting up a company, doing something. It might be advertising, it might be public relations. You can work out which of the big firms might want to buy your successful little company in a few years' time. Identify them at the outset, and then everything you do is geared towards making that sale in the end. Now, what's this for?
What was the main company that you had sold, sir?
I'm not telling you.
Can I show you what it's for, sir, at least? Before you go in there, I at least want to show you the channel. Do you know Tom Cruise?
Yes.
So this is me and him.
What industry did you decide?
Let me ask you, sir, what was the best advice that you ever received throughout your career? If there's one lesson...
No more.
Give it for one more.
I'm a huge fan of your channel.
Have you seen it before?
I've seen it before.
Oh, okay. Sir, one more.
You're not going to get more.
What's that?
You're not going to get more out there.
What did he do, though?
He founded the Adam Smith Institute.
Okay. Look, man, I pressed him probably about as much as I could press anybody that you see me do on this channel, you guys. Nonetheless, man, he said it right there, man. He said you're not going to get rich working for somebody else. You got to start your own business, identify the right buyer, and sell that thing, you guys.
Hudson said he really enjoyed the interview yesterday.
But yeah?
Would you like to come and join us for a glass of champagne?
Yeah, well, we'll come in there for a second. Yeah.
Champagne, eh?
How you doing, sir? Nice to see you. Good to see you.
I now know who you are.
Yeah.
I looked you up.
You saw it? Nice. Ready to go?
Yes, indeed.
What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
More than one, less than 10.
Is it better to be a business owner or an investor in today's world?
Oh, it's better to be a businessman.
Why?
Investors, you take your chances. As a businessman, you're dependent on your own abilities, your own skills, your own expertise.
But do you think everybody's built for entrepreneurship?
No, I don't think everybody is, but nature has a way of sorting out the ones that are from the ones that aren't. And if you discover that it's not for you, then you can always try something else.
How old are you today?
I'm in my 86th year.
You're 86 years old?
I will be this year, yes.
That's incredible, man. If you were to go back and talk to your 20-year-old self and give yourself one piece of advice, what would that be?
It would be, you won't believe what you're about to do in your lifetime.
Wow. So you ended up doing some amazing things.
I would have told my 20-year-old, get ready for a roller coaster ride.
Do you have any regrets?
Oh, everyone has regrets, of course. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention.
Hey, that's a Frank Sinatra right there.
Yeah.
Now, yesterday you told me that the way to get rich in today's world is to sell a company. Did you ever sell a company?
Yes, you can assume that.
What do people need to understand when they want to build a company to sell it? Most business owners' dream is to sell their company, but a lot of people will never exit a business. What can you tell people about selling a company? How do you make that happen?
I'll give you an example that for some people is the path to success. Join a firm, learn the trade for a couple of years, and then with a colleague or two, set up your own version using the skills you've acquired and gradually build it up over a few years, 2 or 3 years. Acquire yourself a client base, build it up so you've got a turnover of $500,000, $1 million, and then you sell it for a multiple of that. When you sell the business, you become rich.
You're 86 today. If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
If I had one more message for the younger generation, I'd say it isn't what fortune throws your way. It's how you react to whatever comes your way. It's not the luck. It's how you respond to whatever luck happens. My motto, and I think it's the motto of every one of the people we've been talking about. In Latin, quod tango muto. In English, it means that which I touch, I change. And if you can change the lives of other people for the better, then you've achieved something worth remembering.
You have amazing advice, sir. Thank you for your time, sir. I really appreciate that.
Number 2.
All right, you guys, so look, when you think of New York old money, billionaire money, this is exactly what you think about. All right, you guys, so I want you guys to take a look at this, right? The spot that we just got to right now, these are like $10 million houses minimum out here, you guys. And we're gonna try to get here. As you can see, it's gated, they got the call box. So we're gonna try to get through somehow. They've got a fleet of cars out front and we're gonna try and talk to the owner if they're here, man. So let's go see what's up with them, you guys, come on. What do you think? You think they're here or no? Gates open. Look at this crib right here, man. Looks like they got multiple garages right at the outside, you guys. Excuse me, sir. Is this your house?
Yeah.
How did you afford this place, man? Like, what did you do to become wealthy?
How'd you guys get in here?
You guys opened the gate.
I thought you were UPS.
No. Real quick, so I'm going all over New York interviewing the richest people. I grew channel to 20 million followers, interviewing the richest people in the world to help the younger generation. I have to just ask you, like, is that okay?
Yeah, that's cool.
So, what did you do? I'm James. What about you?
Sergio.
Sergio?
Yeah,
James,
Sergio.
nice to meet you. Are you from Long Island?
Yeah, originally.
Born and raised?
Born and raised. Actually, Brooklyn, but yeah.
Brooklyn? And how did you get rich, man? Like, what did you do to afford this place? How did you get rich?
Oh man, a lot of work. I started an internet advertising company. You ever hear of Blackstone?
Blackstone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bought my company in 2016. Not once, but twice.
You sold your company to Blackstone for how much money?
A lot of money.
Could you give me a range?
200 million. And then I bought it back.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So did you have a lot of money when you started the company
Absolutely
initially?
nothing. Started out in my basement.
So you didn't come from money?
No, typical immigrant story.
Actually. So
Yeah.
where were your parents from?
Spain.
So then what was that one driving factor in you that told you, I'm going to go out there and build a multi-hundred million, not a $100 million company, a multi-$100 million company?
That was easy. To date myself, I sold Yellow Pages door to door back in the day. And then I rolled out one of their big programs that they have on the internet. And I saw them collect $100 million and they gave me a $10,000 check. So I said, I'm doing this on my own.
And why this space in particular? Out of anything you could have done, why internet marketing? Why internet advertising?
It was new to everyone. So we were all on a level playing field. No one knew more than the other guy. Like kind of AI right now, it's all over the place, but no one knows how to use it yet. We're all using it, but if you can really be specific with it and roll it out to people and just be smarter about it, you have a foothold in the industry.
How do you feel about AI?
I think it's the most amazing thing. The world's going to change in 3 years.
In what way? In the next 3 years, what are we going to see that's going to change more than ever has been before?
Productivity, insight, data, everything that we're collecting, it'll make it easier.
Are you using AI every day?
Every single day,
And
every
what-
single waking moment.
So let's say I'm a business owner, right? A business owner right there, they want to scale to $1 million, multi-million dollar company. How would you be using AI on a daily basis?
Anything that you can automate as repetitive, you have to use AI for. Anything that requires critical thinking, that's what you want to really focus on yourself. But AI should be used for every single thing that requires monotonous work, things that you're doing all the time that are repetitive. If you do that, then you have more time to have that critical thinking, to put your efforts into something that requires a human being and not an AI.
Now let me ask you this. Did you have people that doubted you when you started your business?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When I started my business, it was in August of '08. A couple of months later, there was a big crash. I remember my dad said to me, "Oh, all right, kid, you gave it a shot." I'm like, "That's it?"
So your dad was telling you go back and get a job. That's
Yeah,
what he said.
basically. He said, "Well, you gave it a shot, and that's it." But you just persevered and kept on going.
What did you see though that told you that this is not the end? Like, what did you see in that moment when you had your dad telling you, man, you gave it a shot, right? He's telling you to hang up the cleats. What did you see that told you, man, I'm not done. I'm gonna go build an empire?
There were so many people out there, big companies that we were competing against, and the biggest lesson I learned is I remember I sent an email to a big telecom company that we just won. We're competing against one of the largest advertising agencies. And I sent an email over Christmas time and I said, "Hey, listen, my team is going to be gone for the next 2 hours. If you need anything, just let me know." He sends me an email back. He goes, "You won the business. Here's why." So he sends me an email from this huge, I'm talking about thousands of people, advertising company saying, "We'll be out for the holidays for the next 2 weeks. If you need to reach someone, send an email and we'll reach you within the next 24 hours. He goes, "You got the business."
I love that. You said you bought your company back.
I bought my company back.
How does that work?
It's something that I think could happen, but I was presented the opportunity and I was able to take a shot and start all over again.
You think when most exits happen, the company that buys it, they ultimately ruin it?
For the most part. Because you know what they forget? The people behind it. That's the most crucial thing.
The people behind it, meaning the customers or the employees?
No, the employees. The employees that actually built the company. So private equity comes in for the most part. They think the people are as important. They want to change everything, but they forget that founder's mentality is important. I think the biggest thing is always running that company like a startup, regardless of the size.
And when that exit happens, the heart's not in it anymore because the people, like, that was your baby.
Yeah,
You
but
were
it
gonna
still
like-
is, and it still was every single day. I treated it as my baby, even when it truly wasn't.
And is the goal to make it even bigger this time?
Absolutely.
So how old are you?
53.
You're 53. You look
Yeah.
amazing for 53.
Thank you.
But you've already sold for $200 million and you're still motivated to keep on growing the company out to maybe $1 billion company next. What's keeping you motivated and going?
Why stop? Just keep on going. Haven't achieved everything I want yet.
Do you think that that's a blessing and a curse, though?
It
Do you
is.
think there's a level of that you're not really ever going to be satisfied?
Yeah, there's a thing of satisfaction, but that's also what drives you. So you got to try and temper that a little bit, but you don't want to lose that drive. The biggest thing is not losing that founder spirit and what made you great in the beginning. Getting up, being excited, going in, coming up with new ideas, and just never stopping. Can't take a break.
Sergio, if me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Believe in yourself. Always having that picture of something that's out of reach and saying, how do I get there? But what are all the little steps along the way to actually get there?
Yeah. Did you have an LLC when you started your business?
I didn't know what an LLC was.
You
I
didn't?
had no idea.
But how important is the entity structure when you're
Incredibly important.
Why?
That's how you protect yourself. That's how you make sure that you have everything legally done the right way.
Going forward now with your companies, I'm assuming you use an entity structure with all of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A lot of people, they think that it's so hard to start a business in today's world. They think there's so much paperwork involved. You have to get a lawyer, but all you need is an LLC, essentially.
That's all you need, an LLC.
So there's a company that I use, and a lot of the most successful entrepreneurs that I interview and know use. It's called Busy, and it literally takes everything off. You can start a business in 10 minutes with them. So the most successful entrepreneurs I've seen, they all use Busy to start their LLC, their S corp. They handle everything for you. That's what I've seen.
The hardest part is the idea. The easy part is the setup, as you said, with something like Busy.
You got amazing advice, sir. This was an incredible interview.
No, I'm glad I ran into you guys. I wasn't going to let you in, but
thank you, man. I appreciate
really
that.
appreciate it.
I connect with all the millionaires and billionaires that I interview. Could I get your contact?
Absolutely.
Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Number 3.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Sir, is this your Rolls Royce?
Yeah.
How did you get rich?
1 minute. 1 minute, guys. Okay, sir. Thank you,
Sir,
baby.
how did you get rich?
Sold a business. I worked at a business, was super successful, and then sold it.
How much did you sell your, real quick, sir, IDV billionaires all over the world, how much did you sell your company for?
Well, I sold it twice. The first time I sold it for over 100 million. And the second time I sold it, took on new partners, took on a big management system, and we sold it again for over 400 million.
$400 million.
Yeah.
Could I interview you for a minute real quick?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
What type of company did you sell?
It was a food distribution business. I bought it for 300,000. Very small, few employees, but I built a great team around me. Smartest guys out there, hardest working, super loyal.
So you bought the company?
Yeah, small little business for 300,000.
So you turned 300,000 into $400 million.
Yeah.
So when you say food distribution, who are your customers? Who are you selling to?
Every restaurant you go to was my client. Everyone.
Actually.
Everyone. There's not a restaurant that we didn't serve.
How in the world did you get access to these types of clients paying you millions of dollars?
Having the right products, having the best buying team, the best procurement team available, and also having great sales side. We had a wonderful sales force out there on the street and hitting all the restaurants. Had a great product, competitive pricing, great service. Service was a big, big factor in our business. Right. And then to make a long story short, it all worked out wonderfully.
You're part of the top 1%. I'm going to challenge you right now. Where do the richest people in the world put their money?
If you have real estate, you can never really go broke.
Actually,
it's a sleeper. I bought a piece of real estate for $5 million back in 2013. Very little cash. I'm going to say 15%, so maybe $700,000-800,000. And that building today is probably worth $25-30 million.
Are you serious?
Yeah, cost base on that is very low.
How much real estate do you own today?
Over 100.
$100 million?
Yeah.
Not 100,000.
Not 100,000.
$100 million,
Yeah.
man. But you can't pull the cash out of the real estate unless you sell it, though.
No, you can refinance it, and that's tax-free.
So break down, what do you mean by refinance?
You and I bought this building across the street for $2 million, and it appreciated over a period of the next 5-6 years to $8 million. And there was a $6 million equity piece in here, and assuming the $2 million was all debt, you would be able to leverage that building and take out the money tax-free.
They got a couple $1 million.
Yeah, you take out a lot more than that.
Hey, and then go buy some more real estate.
Well, that's exactly the play. That's the real estate game.
You've sold companies for hundreds of millions of dollars. You got to know a thing or two about negotiation. What's your best negotiation advice right here?
The most important thing about negotiation, the deal has to work for both of you. If it works for just yourself, it won't last. If it works for them only, you're wasting your own time.
So it's got to be win-win business.
It's got to be win-win, always win-win.
When people try to sell a company, like you did for hundreds of millions of dollars, what's the number one mistake they make?
They didn't structure it correctly. They didn't create enough of a platform where they've implemented the right process and procedures for them to obtain the highest valuation possible.
How important was the entity structure? When you started your companies, did you have an LLC? Like, did you structure your company?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How important was that?
It's very important, but that's like getting dressed in the morning. That has to be done.
What company did you go to start your LLC and S Corp?
You can basically do that online yourself. I had good accountants to do it for me, but you can do that yourself.
I had a billionaire tell me one time that the reason why people fail in business is is because they don't set themselves up for success from the beginning. They don't have the foundation there.
Correct.
So there's a company that I've used for all of my companies to start my businesses,
Yeah.
all my LLCs.
Yeah.
It's called Busy, and it enables you to set your business up to turn the idea into a business in just 10 minutes.
Sure.
It doesn't take months. It doesn't take days like everybody thinks
No.
it does.
Takes hours, yeah. Takes possibly 10 minutes, yeah.
So that next company that you start, we're gonna have you go through Busy.
Absolutely. Let's do it. I'll be setting up a new LLC shortly.
You bought a company for $300,000, turned it into $400 million. Do you think somebody should start or buy a business in today's world?
Start.
Start. Why?
Because I'm
you bought a business, man. And you flipped it.
I didn't buy income. I bought access to the industry. I bought access to key employees.
That's game right there.
Yeah.
That's game.
You buy businesses when you need access. You build businesses when you have the tools.
You got amazing advice, my friend.
All right, my man.
Thank
Listen.
you so much for your time. Hey, I connect with all the billionaires I interview. Could I get your contact?
Absolutely.
Is that cool?
Absolutely.
Number 4.
Excuse me, sir. Sir,
I see your videos every single day.
I had a question for you. How old were you when you made your first $1 million?
Tell him. He's well known on social media.
22 years old.
Hey, what line of business are you in? What do you do?
I'm an economic advisor for one of the big firms.
Out here in Abu Dhabi?
Yes.
Abu Dhabi is one of the financial capitals of the world. Why are people out here so successful?
We got the infrastructure ready. We got all the setups of any investors to come in here, and we have the environment. Procedures is very easy. There is no obstacles, So the environment is all there.
We're about to go into 2026. What's the best industry people should be looking to get into right now?
AI.
Why?
Gotta go. This is the future. Everybody's looking for it. A lot of investments happening in the US and here in Europe. So everybody's concentrating on this. This is the generation you will be handling. Our generation was done, finished. This is coming. Whether you guys like it or not, it's coming. So this is the future. This is the future generation, which is your age. It's gonna come, and you're gonna be depending on all of this in all your life.
What is the most amount of money that you've made in a single year?
I can't tell you.
Give me an idea.
It's a good number.
More than 10 million?
Within the range.
Within the range.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. Have a great day, sir. Thank you.
He's your age, and you can ask him these questions.
I have a question for you.
Wait, so this is your son?
Yeah, no, he's my father.
Delete all of this.
No. This is the father, this is the son.
That's right.
Let's say me and you were to pass away tomorrow, and there's one lesson that you would instill in him to take with him for the rest of his life. What would that be?
Commitment, repeating, and don't give up. The future is going to be there. One day it's going to work.
Do you believe in God?
Big believer.
Of course.
How important was faith for your success?
Well, this is like 80% of it, because we in our culture and our region depend on God first, with God willing. Then the efforts and the commitment you do, that's what makes it all happen.
God is the greatest.
Yeah, thank you,
I
sir.
love that.